It is becoming in America more and more about things that you cannot ask. I never imagined living in a world where we can't ask certain questions. And when it comes to Joe Biden, there is a lot we can't ask. They don't want you asking certain questions. They don't want you asking any kind of questions like Ukraine. What happened in Ukraine? They didn't like it when we exposed it. It was exactly the same with China and his business dealings over there, or his son Hunter. And they definitely didn't want to face the music over his propensity to sniff the hair of women and little girls. It's creepy, but does that make him dangerous? Well, in the era of Me Too, I think it's insane that Mike Pence gets demolished in the press for saying that he doesn't think it's wise to be alone with a woman out of respect for his wife. But Joe Biden can be creepy Uncle Joe, fondling women and children in public, and he gets a complete hall pass. And now we have the Tara Reade allegation, which goes beyond creepy. So let's ask some questions. And if the left or the Democrats, the media, actually cared about women, actually cared about the truth, they do what I'm going to do tonight, and that is be fair. I want to look at both sides, and I will tell you my conclusion, and I think it will surprise you. So, first question, who is Tara Reade? Is she credible? Is there anything weird going on? Is she a political operative? You need to look at this case in its entirety from both sides, if you want the truth, and if you have more at stake in your country than just a presidential election. Our souls are at stake. Now, I'm going to get into this a little later on, but Joe Biden helped set this warped standard that we're now dealing with, which is believe all women. And he said it during the Obama administration. The standard that we should set, and is my standard, is we don't believe all women or all men, but we do listen, and then we do our homework. So let's look at that standard, the standard that we should have. Does this person have a case? Are there any witnesses? When did it happen? Where did it happen? Did they discuss it at the time? Did they file a report at the time? Is there anybody there that could verify? Did they say it at the time? What about those people? Do they have credibility? Is there a possibility that this person is an operative for someone or for some cause? Do they have a dog in some other fight? Let me state that plainly. Is she a Republican that loves Donald Trump? Just like Blasey Ford. She was a Democrat. And she was already on a panel that was going to block any of Donald Trump's nominees. Okay, that's kind of an important piece of information. This is the lens in which we should analyze the case of Tara Reade. But that's not how the media and the Democrats are approaching everything this time compared to the way they approached Kavanaugh. And that's a little odd because Tara Reade, for all intents and purposes, is one of their own. She is a lifelong and loyal Democrat. Reade's been very public that she was reluctant to tell this story in the past because she didn't want to hurt Barack Obama. In this current election, she first supported Elizabeth Warren. Then she moved over to Bernie Sanders after Warren dropped out. Does that play a role? Well, when she was younger, she worked as an aide to several Democratic lawmakers. Let's just say she probably doesn't own a, red MAGA hat, and Ronald Reagan probably is not one of her ideological heroes. But going back to the standard we should be using, the fact that she now supports Bernie Sanders is a cautionary flag. It's not a disqualifier, but we should at least tap the brakes and look at that. We cannot no longer discount that politics could be a factor in any story.